Yeah. This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Let's go!
G'day, everyone.
What are you doing?
I didn't know what we're doing. We're going to time and temperature and all kinds of stuff.
No, we're ready to go. We're gagging for sport.
Segment.
All
You
right.
have your little opener and everything.
Fantastic. Let's go into the golfing world where Cam Smith, Australian champion, just won the British Open, has been... They're saying that he's offered $100 million Australian to join Greg Norman's LIV Tour, the LIV Tour, and... he'll be joined by another Aussie in that whole thing as well, which, God, you just couldn't be...
So he hasn't said it yet, but other people have reported
It's been reported that that's what's going to be happening. You can't knock back $100 million.
I love it after he, won the British Open, and then he was asked that question, and he basically had a go at the reporter and said, "You can't bring that up here," but yet never said it. He wasn't joining.
No. Got to keep your
He
options
just
open.
didn't want to face it then.
Okay, well, you just answered it without answering.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't going to play. I just said don't ask me the question.
Don't answer that question right now.
I just won the British Open. Leave me alone.
$100 million. Come on.
Well, Mark Leishman's the other
saying
Aussie who will be playing
140.
there.
So wait, is that for them? Is that a sign-up thing to play the competition?
That's a sign-up
And
fee.
then there's also
so
prize
here's-
money involved.
So I believe that
Why
every
wouldn't you?
tournament is worth more than $15 million, including next year when they're going to play 14 tournaments next year, and one of which, or a couple of them, are going to be in Australia. So think about... When we were playing at Lake Karrinyup, when we had the big-time tournaments here in Perth, the prize money was $2 million. Now, that was to be spread apart around everybody.
Yep.
And they're going to be playing for $15 million.
Okay, so $100 million sign-in. You have to play every tournament then? Would there be a number of tournaments that you have to play?
Yeah, I would think it would be every tournament.
Okay,
yes.
so you have to play every tournament.
Yeah.
And then at every one of those tournaments, you have a possibility of winning $15 million.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely double figures in terms of millions.
yeah.
Everyone's child right now.
$15 million isn't the prize money for first place.
It's
That's
total
it's spread
prize
out
money.
over everybody.
Even,
Yeah,
but anyway.
yeah, a share in
You've got
$15
$100
million.
million, man, come on.
Yeah.
And how long would that $100 million go for?
I don't know if that's a yearly thing or that's
It couldn't be.
He doesn't know.
Could it? No, I don't know. I have to say that to sign up and play, then you would be expected to play, it has to be plus 5 years, wouldn't you?
You would think.
Oh, well, that's fine.
So has it got the potential to be like the NRL Super League when all these people jumped ship for the cash?
Yes.
And fair play to them, I guess. And then it folds or whatever, and then they're on the outer with the PGA.
Or
It certainly has that. It certainly has a feel of that, and that's a good example now because I was thinking about that when our team, the Western Reds, had all these guys come over and play, and they're getting paid all this kind of money.
What if enough champions leave? Can't this destroy the PGA?
It can. So at the moment, so there's the FedEx Tour that's coming up very shortly on the PGA. Scott Scheffler is the world... Scheffler is the world number one at the moment. Thank you, Harry, just mouthed Scheffler to me. He's the world number one, and he's saying that we're happy to play our tournament. I want to stick at that. You guys just can't come back and forth and want to be a part of this. In fact, Phil Mickelson is one player who was the first to jump ship, and he's trying to sue the PGA for not allowing him back to play. This is Scotty talking about it.
It's one of those deals where those guys kind of made their decision to go join another tour, and they broke the rules and regulations of our tour, and now they're trying to sue us, which is definitely a bit frustrating. It's definitely, I heard that was going to happen, and I know some guys aren't surprised to see it, but I definitely am surprised to see some guys now suing us. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do.
But
so they're chasing the money, and then they want to come back and play for the prestige.
Yes.
But en masse, if all of the best players left the PGA, then there's no PGA.
The PGA is going to be
so then,
but they're not all leaving. Tiger Woods has said he's not going, so that means it'll be Tiger winning everything.
But Tiger Woods is...
He's still a big name.
Yeah, I know he's a big name, but
so
he's
you're
not
saying, let's say another 10 guys, big names leave, and then all of a sudden that'll make a big impact
and then
in the PGA
the
Tour.
up and coming, the best up and coming golfers, they leave, right? And they go over to the LIV competition. Then if the LIV competition was to fold, then the PGA wouldn't say don't come back because they need to get their golfers back.
Well, they need to, the players are in a win-win
so
situation
if enough
here.
people do it...
Yeah, the PGA will stand the test of time. They just need to up their ante and give the players a bit more of the pie.
Yeah.
Because that's what the whole thing that Greg Norman's complained about. And he reckons he's kind of like setting the, unleashing the shackles of all the players so that they can earn more money.
It's ridiculous amounts of money. It's more money than they can ever spend.
Yeah,
and it's tainted money because it's coming from the Saudi regime with questionable human rights.
But you know
violations.
what?
So
Mate, when you're shit,
with the more of it, with the more of them doing it in their minds, you
don't care.
it
where it's
normalises
coming
it.
from it.
Yeah,
is
and the fact
watered
that
down.
Trump's involved is what turned me off it.
Oh.
That's kind of gross
Yeah, well, he's
too.
under pressure at the moment, isn't he? So
Yeah, he's
anyway,
got other things to worry
there's
about.
so much money involved in this. It's
It's
just
a lot.
incredible.
Is it tainting it or not?
This is Nathan, Nat and Shaun.
Well, the news overnight is that Serena Williams is hanging up the tennis racket at the age. She's nearly 41.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't
It's
it?
bloody
It's
great.
amazing she
Yeah.
played as long as she did.
Yeah,
Incredible.
she's an absolute machine. If you ever get on, you can get on some sites, including her Instagram, and check out some of her training drills and the strength that she has.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she's just a
Amazing,
powerful
amazing
unit.
athlete.
And she doesn't take Margaret Court's record either.
No.
No, I think
It's hard to
you've
compare
got-
because it's different eras.
Yeah,
you know,
well,
the,
that's what
the
she said.
competition
She
is
said-
so much stronger now.
Well, she actually said that she sort of had a dig at Margaret Court's
Yeah.
record and said, well, tennis has changed since then, and it's
Yeah. It was.
yeah.
It's
But
certainly.
so really, she should be the greatest of all time.
I think on reflection, she should be acknowledged as the greatest
Yeah.
of all time. 23 Grand Slam titles. She's played in a number of other Grand Slam finals, and she's won a truckload of Grand Slam doubles titles
Yes.
as well. So she's had an amazing career. And I agree when what she's saying. You know, it's an open era, so
Yes.
you're playing
Yeah.
all
It's
around
hard
the
to
world.
compare. You're comparing
And you
apples and
can't-
oranges, basically.
And the champions of the past years are still champions in their era, whatever. And but she is certainly should be regarded as probably the best we've ever seen. There's no question about that. She spent 319 weeks as the world number one.
Wow.
That was
amazing.
that time where you just couldn't beat her.
Yeah, she was just so dominant. Yeah.
And in her lifetime, she's earned close to $100 million US in prize money. And you just think about the amount of money that she would have been given from or
sponsors and
sponsorship
stuff.
over the journey. Gonna look
Did
that
she
up, mate.
own the Miami Dolphins for a while? Is she
Yeah,
still
she
own
was.
them?
I don't
Yeah.
know if she's still. Gee, they've been poor for a number
Yeah.
of years. But yes, I would love to be in that position where I could
We just
buy,
buy a team?
Yes, absolutely.
good.
It'd be so much fun. You'd be. I mean, Michael Jordan, he hasn't had much success in getting involved in the Charlotte Hornets, but a lot of other people had. Yes, no.
Forbes is saying that Serena Williams has a net worth of $260 million.
And her husband's done all right for himself
Net
as well.
worth. Okay,
Net worth
she
of
spent a fair bit
260.
then.
260. I thought she'd have more than
Me
that.
too. Because Tiger Woods is up the $1 billion mark. He was around that mark for
But
sure.
This is Forbes. This isn't like some
No, this is
hack
people
Oh, yeah.
accurate.
Yeah, I mean, it's a guesstimate, like, because
Yeah, it is a guesstimate.
Forbes don't have access to their bank records. But yeah, it's a guesstimate. But, you know, it's still more money than you can ever spend.
Oh no,
So-
no question. Hopefully, I'm
I'm sure she's going to be okay.
She's hopefully she's looking to concentrate on possibly having another kid. That was in the article
Yeah.
today. But whether or not she comes back and
Yeah.
plays some events
Well, this
along
is-
the journey, I'm sure she will.
We're talking about a woman who won a Grand Slam, so the Australian Open, whilst pregnant. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
She's been incredible.
So that was really doubles, wasn't it?
Yeah,
She
it
should have
was.
been
Yeah,
disqualified.
exactly. It's a great
Actually,
point.
Should go down another tournament win in the doubles. And just finishing off, last night the AFL Tribunal decided that they've got to put their foot down. Tim Kelly from the Eagles, he wasn't able to get off his charge, so he won't be playing in the Derby.
No.
And Paddy Cripps at Carlton wasn't able to get off his 2-week suspension that he challenged at
Because you thought he
against the
might
Brisbane
get
Lions.
off that because of the Willie Rioli precedent, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. And I find that really strange that he wasn't able to move the chains in respect to getting off of that. I think sometimes the tribunal go, oh, my God, we might have made a mistake here. We've got to go super hard at this and just
Hey,
Yeah.
dismiss everything that happens.
at the tribunal, who represents you? Is it the club? Is it like
You
a
get a
lawyer?
lawyer.
You get
You get a
like an
lawyer.
actual lawyer.
Yeah.
So is it
So-
the club's lawyer or is it your personal lawyer?
The club uses a lawyer, yeah, but the club will have a lawyer that they will go to, yeah.
So there's a lawyer that's employed by the club that will go into it, and
into
that's,
that, yeah.
and would that, or is that basically their job? Does each club have their own? And
No. The lawyer will
Full-time
be
lawyer?
outside, but they'll go. The lawyer might be a really hardcore member, and that's how they might have got on.
Yeah, right.
So you're a lawyer,
So
and
we'll
you're
give
a
you box
Freo guy.
seats.
So, that
we'll
always have
sling
good
you some
stuff.
box seats.
Yeah.
Oh, they'd
for the
pay them
payment.
for their
Yeah.
time. I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
But is the tribunal, is it law? Like, is it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so why is a lawyer needed?
Are they following the letter of the law? Or is it,
Yeah,
have
their
they
law.
made up their own law?
Yeah, they are.
So why do you need a lawyer?
Yeah, you need a lawyer. Yeah, because the rules.
They're just
are
good at
in
arguing.
place. The rules are in place. You need someone to be able to. It is the fundamentals of the law of the AFL.
Yeah, but it's not the law of the land. It's the law of a. It's the
still
law
a
of a
law.
sport.
It's still a law.
That they change all the
If I
time.
do something against AFL law, I'm not going to get put in jail because it's just people that play AFL.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah,
but you're only
yeah.
dealing with people who play AFL.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so it's like.
Is he somebody who specialises in AFL law?
Not necessarily. You
Yeah.
use a lawyer, right? So I had this problem in junior football.
Yes.
Remember that time I got suspended? Remember
Oh,
that time?
yeah, for mouthing off about them.
Yeah, so I rang my lawyer and he said, yeah, I'll just go through the whole thing because they need to go through. And he goes,
Yeah, so
"This
they have
cannot
their
be
own
challenged
constitution and stuff.
because
yeah.
there is that's it, the constitution. So you need someone to be able to recognise all those laws, and regardless of it's their own world, Nathan.
Yeah.
It's the own world.
Yeah.
Sort of like a lawyer can read through a contract and it can be different to somebody else's contract, but they can tell you if there's any glaring omissions.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But like, if I was to cross an AFL law, I'm not going to get thrown in jail. 'Cause-
Oh, no.
No, you get thrown in AFL jail, which means you're not allowed to play for
God,
2 weeks.
imagine me in AFL jail. I have no hope.
So-
Imagine me, because they'd kick the footy in the yard, wouldn't they? I'd be
Oh,
like,
they
oh
would.
my God.
They would. And all these
This
players,
is hell.
and all these players expect you to know who they are. And you
Yeah,
And I just walk around, I don't know anyone.
What are you in for?
Non-stop football chat.
God, no,
Oh my
Mark.
God. I'd be shivving people to get into solitary.
Nathan, Nat and Shaun is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.